Opening scene. Grief. It's something we all experience, yet it remains one of the most difficult emotions to navigate. Whether it's the loss of a loved one, the end of a relationship, or even a major life change, grief can feel overwhelming, like a storm that refuses to pass. But what if I told you that grief follows a pattern, a process that helps us understand what we're feeling and why? Today we're diving into the groundbreaking work of Dr. Elizabeth Kübler-Ross, the psychiatrist who introduced the 5 stages of grief, a framework that has helped millions make sense of their emotions during loss. Before we step into a real-life story that illustrates these stages, let's first break them down and understand what they truly mean. Dr. Kübler-Ross identified 5 distinct emotional responses that people experience when dealing with grief. These are: denial is the brain's way of protecting us from pain. It's the immediate response where we refuse to accept the reality of our loss. People in denial might say, "There must be some mistake, I'm fine, it's not that serious." They'll come back, won't they? Denial buffers the shock of loss, giving us time to process it, but eventually reality finds its way in, and denial starts to fade. Stage 2. Anger. Why is this happening to me? Once denial can no longer hold, it often gives way to anger. This is pain turned outward, a way for us to express the hurt we feel inside. People in anger might lash out at loved ones, blame doctors, fate, or even God. They might feel resentment toward the person they lost for leaving them. Anger is not wrong, it's part of the process, but understanding where it comes from can help us navigate it in a healthy way. Stage 3. Bargaining. If only I had done something differently. Bargaining is the stage where we try to negotiate with grief, searching for ways to undo the pain. People in this stage might pray, promising to change in exchange for a miracle. They might replay scenarios in their head, thinking, "If only I had done things differently." They might seek alternative solutions, hoping they can cheat fate. Bargaining is our way of trying to regain control, but grief doesn't negotiate. And once we realize that, we often move into the next stage. Stage 4. Depression. I can't handle this. Depression is the point where the full weight of loss settles in. This stage can bring deep sadness, withdrawal, and loss of motivation. People in depression might feel numb or emotionally drained. They might avoid social interactions. They might struggle to find meaning in things they once enjoyed. But here's something important. Depression is not a sign of weakness. It's part of the journey. And though it feels impossible to move through, it's a step toward healing. Stage 5. Acceptance. I am learning to live with this. Acceptance doesn't mean forgetting, it means finding peace despite the pain. At this stage, people understand that life must continue. They find ways to honor their loss while moving forward. They begin to embrace new experiences again. Acceptance is about learning to live with grief, and in doing so, rediscovering the beauty of life. Now that we've explored the 5 stages, let's step into the shoes of someone experiencing them firsthand. Meet Michael, a 52-year-old father. His life changes in an instant when his doctor tells him something no one wants to hear. Michael searches for alternative explanations, convinced that this diagnosis cannot be real. He avoids the topic, carrying on as if nothing has changed. But denial isn't meant to last forever. Eventually, reality breaks through.
Stage 2. Anger. Why me? It's not fair.
Michael's frustration builds as his strength begins to fade. One evening, he slams his fist against the table.
Why is this happening to me? I did everything right. I exercised, I ate healthy, I don't deserve this.
He lashes out at Sarah, pushing her away in moments of anger. But deep down, he knows she's hurting too. Anger is pain in disguise, but as time passes, his emotions shift again.
Stage 3. Bargaining. If only I had more time. God, I'll do anything. Just let me see my son graduate. Let me stay a little longer.
He searches for experimental treatments, hoping for a miracle that doesn't exist. He wants to rewrite reality, but the truth cannot be bargained with. Reality finally settles in, and with it, deep sorrow.
Stage 4. Depression. I can't handle this.
Michael isolates himself, lost in thought. He speaks softly to Sarah one afternoon.
I don't know how to say goodbye.
Sarah sits beside him.
Michael, you don't have to do this alone. I'm here.
Grief is not meant to be carried alone, and slowly Michael starts to embrace the love surrounding him.
Stage 5. Acceptance. I am learning to live with this.
One evening, Michael watches his son playing guitar. He realizes life is still happening around him. Michael gathers his family for a meal. He embraces every moment.
I don't know how much time I have left, but I do know this. I want to make every second count.
And in that acceptance, he finds peace. Grief is never easy. Watching someone you love go through it, or experiencing it yourself, can feel unbearable. But if Michael's journey teaches us anything, it's that grief is not just about pain, it's about love. Have you ever experienced grief? What stage resonated with you the most? Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your story and support each other through this journey. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Tree of Knowledge for more thought-provoking lessons on life, psychology, and personal growth. Turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Thank you for watching. Remember, grief is a journey, but you don't have to walk it alone.